what's up? So, another talking vlog. I don't know how I'm going to edit all this, but we're back. Today, I'm off today. It's Wednesday. It looks like we're not going to get the Mustang running, or at least done, by this weekend. It looks like it's going to take another weekend, more because of time restraints and parts just not getting fast enough. So let's get back to the parts we've ordered. We're actually going to start just from right here, and we're just going to talk about every part and why we're doing every part, and then, yeah. So you guys probably don't care too much about this video because obviously it's a lot of talking, not a lot of cars. So hopefully I'll have a whole video just dedicated to the result of all the parts in the cars and see if there's any problems or anything. So it should be pretty good. I mean, it should be almost a brand new Mustang besides the body and all that stuff. So, just order some new parts. I got a picture. I'll show the picture. Boom. So, I just now ordered a clutch, the clutch fork, pilot bearing, throwout bearing, and what was the last thing I ordered? I ordered a pilot bearing, throwout bearing, clutch fork. I think that was it. I ordered a clutch fork, pilot bearing, throwout bearing, alignment tool. So yeah, we got all those stuff. We're gonna go ahead and do the rest of it. We're in the process right now. We think that more than likely the noise that we are hearing is not from the motor at all. We think the motor is kind of healthy. We looked at it. Sorry, I have no pictures of it, but the bearings were brand new. Maybe I'll get a picture of the bearings when I pull them out. You guys would be quite surprised for a 100,000-mile motor. These bearings look brand new. They don't have any copper on them. They look real good. You know, they look good. The crank looks amazing. I mean, we're actually not even going to waste our time. We're going to polish the crank and not even worry about turning it because it just looks that good. So we're not too worried about doing that. So we're going to save some money there. We're going to put it into the clutch instead of spending $150 on turning your crank plus bearings plus all that bull crap. Originally, we were going to buy a brand new crank. We were just going to go to Napa, order a remanufactured crank with bearings, call it a day, and that was $250. Now we've taken that $250. We're gonna put new bearings into it, but we're ordering them from Ford because why not? We're actually a couple things we're ordering from Ford that we weren't planning on getting from Ford. We're getting all the gaskets. So that includes oil pan, timing, cover, head gaskets. We're going to get all the bolts. So we're not going studs. That's something that we were planning on doing. We're going to go studs and throw it into the crank. But just no need to. This motor is not going to be a high-performance motor. It's going to be your usual Mustang motor with a rebuild on it. And then I'll throw some bolt-ons and maybe someday we'll turbo it. But when the turbo comes, that's going to be a long time for now. This is actually just going to be my daily car. So I don't look into getting this thing like 700 horsepower, not even 4. I'm hoping that realistically I can get about 300 horsepower out of this car with stage 2 cams, remanufacture. I was thinking about stroking it to a 5-liter because I thought that sounded kind of cool, put a 5.0 badge on the side. A lot of people look at me and be like, oh, this isn't a 5-liter, this is a 4.6. Why would you put a 5-liter in here? It's not. It's a 5-liter stroked 4.6 with stage 2 cams, full bolt-on manifold. I did see that some guys were pulling 400 horsepower almost out of full bolt-ons, heads, intake with stage 2 cams. So that's pretty impressive. That may be a later goal, but right now the goal is to get the car running. So for right now, we have full exhaust. We have BBK long tubes, BBKX, brand new Flowmasters. I don't have any tailpipes, but what we're gonna do is the tailpipes look like they're aftermarket. It looks like the dude bought a catback exhaust a long time ago before I bought it. So we're gonna cut the tailpipes, take the mufflers out, and then we're going to probably, actually, now that I think about it, we're probably just gonna leave it alone. We're going to do long tube headers, X-pipe, connect it to the old mufflers. The old mufflers are worn out. They're broken down. They've pretty much exploded. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the car to a muffler shop because I got the money. I'm saving money left and right by not doing certain things and doing certain things a different way or buying them differently. But like I said, I was planning on spending about $900 alone in bearings, crank, gaskets, lifters. Now we're looking at no crank. We're just going to throw some fresh bearings in there. We're going to do the rings, do the lifters, get all the gaskets, sealed up. Then we're going to, then our main problem, the reason we're buying the clutch is, one, it's a mother to get the clutch out with long tube headers. So we got to pull the K-member every single time we're wanting to get that motor out. Kind of sucks. So we're planning on just, we're just planning on just doing it. We're just going to do the clutch right away, and we're going to turn my flywheel, so we're not going to buy a new flywheel, because I'm doing a stage 1, a little bit better. I think it was rated like 450 pounds, Ford Performance clutch, and it lines up with your original flywheel and all that bullcrap, so no reason to, $50, turn the flywheel instead of the crank, call it a deal. By this weekend, just for the sole fact that we have to wait on parts. The cold air intake won't be here till Friday, but that's not the problem. The problem is I just ordered the clutch today. Today's Wednesday, and it won't be here until Tuesday next week. So that kind of sucks. But part of the process, ordering parts. Like I said, we're getting a lot of stuff ordered from Ford, so they'll get the stuff here, and it'll work out. So like I said, 100,000 mile 2002 Mustang GT. Someone had a horrible vacuum leak, bought the car for dirt cheap because they couldn't figure out where the vacuum leak was. I originally thought the car had a spun bearing, just for how it sounded. But in actuality, the throwout bearing, the pilot bearing, all that were destroyed. I mean, they were like one piece, two piece. So I don't know if that's, I hear these cars have these sounds all the time, but people always tell me these things are bulletproof. I keep on wondering, like, I hear left and right, looking on YouTube, trying to figure out what the sound was, and I don't know for sure, but I did see a lot of people when I was looking at reviews for the bearings that says if you don't replace the clutch fork, the bearings go out in these things like nothing. And then age as well, with the grease inside of the bearings and all that stuff, and I'm talking about the clutch, bearings, pilot bearing, throwout bearing, all that bull crap, they end up drying out. So a lot of times they come loose and then they get weaker and then snap. And they come off, and then you pull your transmission out and you're like, why is this not steel? So, yep, that's pretty much it. I have more parts to order, I guess. I just got a text right there, so I've got some more parts to order, so I'll let you guys know when they're here, and hopefully I'll get a lot of videos and pictures. I am open to questions. I don't know a F-ton about cars, but I do know that hopefully this car runs, because it wouldn't be good if it didn't. This is going to be my new daily driver, so I need it to run as good as it possibly can. And definitely need to get her going here soon. It's been about a week now since we've been waiting on parts, so kind of sucks. I really want the car to be done as soon as possible. It's sitting outside of my shop right now, just no motor in it. Front end's like, so yeah. So if you guys have any questions or you want to know anything that I've put into the car, go ahead and ask. I mean, there's nothing I can't tell you. Most of the parts I think I'm going to include about right here. Give myself some room to put some. I gave myself some room to put stuff right here, so when I start talking about something, just look through the video. Maybe I've already put it in there. I don't know. You can always comment.
Keep going up.
Bye bye, kitty cats. No more kitty cats for me. Kitty cats. And the mufflers from 2002, I'd probably assume. Alright, motor's out. We found a couple spots we want to clean up. Transmission, bologna.
Hey, you want to go get you some here's what we want to do. We want to go get some of the paint stuff. It's called primer. It's a rust killer. You want to talk to that guy next, does our shit for us.
Yeah.
We want to clean this. We'll let this soak for a while, okay? And get as much dirt out as we can. And then we'll put that shit on there, let it set, and then we'll go get some paint. It's around the same color.
You can buy factory touch-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called mineral gray. I've already seen it on Napa.
Yeah. We'll just spray it, and it should be good for a while, buddy.
Oh yeah, if you're putting primer on it and then the touch-up.
It couldn't be any worse than the Fox.
No, it's not.
You get it? There's still some in there. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, we'll get some out, and then we'll.
Glad to get the
Yeah.
air hose. Look at that. Yeah.